a lot of men not accepting leadership. This is a big one because, you know, and I don't want to get biblical, but from the beginning of time, everybody have the right to believe how they believe. I always believe, to make the long story short, that every man has a leadership role, whether you want to accept it or not. Whether you like it or not, we have a leadership that we don't always want to abide by. We don't always do. We don't always accept. But it's in our best interest, and it's been placed on earth for a reason, man. When you have a man that is willing to lead, and he's holding himself accountable, and he's learning from his mistakes, and he's learning the ins and outs of life, of what's best for his family, what's best to make move, and in the eyes of God, in the eyes of him, and just the knowledge of knowing that, hey man, this is I gotta set an example. When you realize that, bro, I learned that. It take you to another level. So I want to tie you in before I kind of close up on this particular point. How do you feel about us men not always accepting leadership?
Man, that was deep, man. I would like to say that some maybe don't even know how to be a leader. They probably never seen it.
Let's talk about it.
Done. You know what I'm saying? Some people, absentee fathers or no father figure to look up. So some brothers, and I'm not giving nobody a pass, because I do believe in leadership as a man. But some people grew up, they just didn't know how to be a leader. And when you're dealing with that part, not knowing how to be a leader, that's when you need to take a step back and don't enter into anyone's life or family's life. Whereas if someone has kids or bringing their own kids in, how can you be a leader if you don't know how to? How can you raise your kids or lead your family if you don't know how to lead? So some things you should figure out in life, even though hindsight we don't. But you should think before you bring kids that you have to lead in this world if you don't know how to be one.
Very good point, man. And just to tie in on that, man, there's times when myself, we don't always want to do it. We don't always want to lead. I think convenience is thing that we can kind of get caught up in. Like when it's convenient, or I'm the man of the house and this how I should go. When it's convenient for your needs, then you want to lead. And women, I got to give it up for them. They check us a lot on that. Yeah, they check us on different times. Because it's not
all about on the man.
Yeah,
like, being a leader has nothing to do with you boasting how much you is your way. That ain't, because some things, being a leader is being able to listen to your partner and trust that sometimes what she's saying could lead the family. It ain't always my way or the highway. That ain't good if it always got to be like that. That's not leadership. That's setting yourself up for failure, honestly. But go ahead.
You gotta lead by example, because when you expect to lead when it's in your convenience, it doesn't mean that it comes with controlling. Yeah. Doesn't mean that it comes with telling a woman when to go, how to go, when to do it, how to do it, when she can speak, when she can do this and when she can do that. I notice you jump because, you know what I'm saying? Anybody that have a real woman know that they ain't going for that anyways, and they shouldn't go. They shouldn't go for that, because let me tell you something. A real man, and later on in the episode, we're gonna get into insecure boy, all that stuff. But a real man don't want to control. I'm gonna let that sit for the two people in the back that didn't catch that. A real man don't want to control, because you are so confident about who you are as a man in your leadership role.
Thank you.
What you picked. I don't have to tell you on what I think you shouldn't do or what you should do, because by me getting with you, it showed you right there that I trust that the decision that you make already.
Well, you preaching to somebody.
Yeah. Y'all might as well buckle up, because I'm telling you, we could have gone an hour on this one. And so I just think it's just so important that we don't be a leader when it's convenient to us. When the times when you don't want to lead, the times when you messed up and owning up to, that's leadership. The times when you are tempted and as a leader you like, nah, baby, I don't think we should do that. Wow. And then when you tell a woman and you give women explanations on how you feel about what moves to make, they respect it a lot more when you ain't doing a lot of dumb junk. Let that breathe. Because they don't want to hear what you got to say after you've been like dogging them out and you ain't been the head of the house as you've been called to be. They don't want to hear you.
And I'm going to say this before we move on, man. And like you said, you touched into, you know, religion, Paul, how you grew up. And I want to say this. Being a man has nothing to do with just your, like we said, how boastful you can be. It has something, give a woman something to let you lead her. You know what I'm saying? And if you're not a man of some kind of religion, what am I lead? I lead in the Bible, I lead by God's word, or I'm leading my family, not just off of you. But if you're not giving me nothing to lead to or be submissive to, what am I being submissive to? Just because you're a man?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
that's real, man. That's real.